So this is my voice, so you need to bear with it. So I am Iasonas Antonopoulos.
Talk to us more, Iasonas, more. We want to hear more of that voice.
You want to hear a love story from me? This is a love story. Yeah. So I'm head of digital for Vodafone Greece. So Vodafone is a huge organization, as you can see. These are the global corporate statistics. We're talking about millions of customers, trillions of revenue. The journey for the Vodafone corporate has started 2.5 years here for Vodafone Greece, just 1.5 years. So at this point, we're 100 plus persons, mainly working on the chatbots, the mobile apps, and the digital interfaces. So big companies are transforming. Why? Because they have no option. Can you imagine yourselves without Siemens, without Vodafone, your SIM cards, internet at your place? So it's a survival game, and we need to do it. And all of these coaches that have tried but have not yet succeeded and say that big organization cannot change, I say it's a dead end, and they will change. So let me share some of my stories from 1.5 years that I have been working. I'm very glad for this opportunity. First of all, my first lesson was there are two worlds colliding. It's the world of knowing versus the world of not knowing. How would you feel if you didn't know how much time it will take you to go to your place? If I remove your Google Maps and you don't know how much it will take, would you go home? So at this point, we figured out that we need to change all the language from the top management down to bottom and start using, scrap off the business case and start saying that we'll do design sprints. Go to iterations from sequential development and handshakes, or even, don't do market research because it's obsolete, but do A to B testing. And why this is very important for us is because at this point, every transformation will start with a plan. So what they asked me was, okay, how much will it take? And I said, I will discover it. I said, what do you mean? You don't know? We hired you to know. I said, no, I will discover it. I know how to do it, but I don't know how it will take. Yesterday, ING people said that it took them 10 years. Now in Vodafone Greece, 1.5 years, we have made a lot of progress, but we're not that year. So second lesson is, what do you need if you're going to do that? Our human capacity, our quotient has changed over the years. Back in the days, we were using intelligent people and you were trying to find them. While now, last year, we were looking for, empathetic people, people that have a strong EQ. And also, that has changed very fast, and now we're looking for adverse people, people that have a lot of AQ. Okay, nice statement, but how do you do that? So what we did, we trained the HR and the managers to look in the CVs of the people that applied in the jobs to understand how they responded to change that they caused in their life or life has brought them to them. So we were trained in the interviews to try to find paths and hire these people because, of course, we want intelligent people and people with AQ, but AQ is very, very important at this point in our company that's transforming and it's so big. So what's the relations here with Agile? So the value that we value most in this transformation is the fourth value, responding to change over following a plan. This, for us, has three aspects. First of all, you need to welcome change. Why? Because it will happen. So when my CEO asked me and said, can you do, please, a yearly plan of the whole deployments of the digital, blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah, okay, I could do it, but it will be waste because after the first queue, it will become obsolete. Yeah, but I need to know the financial planning, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, here it is. And he said, yeah, very, very nice, and bravo, Jason. And only in the middle of the queue, I said, now it's changed. And say, why? Because we're going to discuss about change while we're doing this transformation. First of all, he needs to welcome, everybody needs to welcome, from the CEO to the teams. Second of all, you need to harvest the change for the customer benefit. And all of these are borrowed from the principles of the manifesto, which we try to follow. Because if you harvest change for the customer good, customer might be a DevOps team, customer might be the final customer, or the customer might be the top management, then you will get something good, something valuable. So whenever change is introduced, it is introduced with benefit. And third of all, is that when you introduce change, you need to stop, reflect, and adapt your behavior. Because why did this change happen? Did we bring it ourselves? Did we brought it ourselves? Did it happen? Was it something that we haven't calculated? And what's very important when you introduce change is that people will fight it because that's who we are, okay? It's inertia, it's our human nature. So what I'm trying to say to everybody here that are involved in the transformation, whether it's the way they are working or a huger transformation, as I mean in Vodafone, is to be very positive about it. Because as Abdul says, a negative mind will never bring you a positive life, whether this is the life of a transformation, a project, or your whole life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason.
So,
Really? Really?
okay, so I will do the question. I saw about this AQ, adversity intelligence,
yeah.
I suppose. And to be honest, having read many stuff, I've never came across this. So what's this exactly? Like the ability of a person to overcome difficulty or something like this?
To absorb change, actually, and make it something good, something creative. If I tell you, like, okay, we can go down to this bar or you can go down your place, but you don't know how much will it take you to go home. What will you do? You were going to hit your place. Are you going to come with me? And while coming with me, if I pick up the phone and say, okay, something happened, we're going to a party. Will you say, oh, I'm not dressed for a party? Or you say, okay, let's do it. So it's how much adversity can you absorb and you can use it to have what we call creative adversity, to do something better with it. If you welcome change, first of all, and then you use it for good, then things happen.
Okay, thank you.
So it's the AQ is the adversity quotient or
Yes.
the agility quotient?
Agility is a super whole, as everybody has witnessed in these 2 days. So, but a lot of people, if you recall in the previous talks, talked about VUCA and adversity and ambiguity and all this stuff. Because actually some call it a digital transformation, some call it an agile transformation. Actually, it is a business transformation, right? We're changing the way that we do business as humans. Collaborating with machines, the Skynet that's gonna kill us. No, that was a joke from Terminator, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.